space, a final frontier. These are the voyages of its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Welcome back, WW Fly Corvair. Today's tech tip: carb heat and cabin heat flow inside the cowling. Let's take a look. Carbureted traditional aircraft engines often have cabin heat, and they almost always have carburetor heat. These are usually done by separate heat muffs on the exhaust system. This is the proven methodology. You can see this at work in 10,000 RVs. With the Corvair, we have a slight variation on the system where we have a very, very clever installation that allows carb heat and cabin heat to come off one single heat muff. Let's take a look at some of the components. This is the bottom of the cowl of a Corvair engine installation. This is the air filter right here is underneath my hand. This is the air exit from the air filter going directly to the carburetor. Ahead of it we have one 2-inch opening. That 2-inch opening right here goes to the heat muff. The flow through it changes. In normal operation, while the engine is running, you have cabin heat available because the air will flow from the inlet when the door is open directly from this end right here into this port, and it will additionally feed the engine through the air filter, but it will flow from this port to the heat muff to the option of having it in the cabin. When you select carb heat, you move this lever right here by cable, the door in the front closes, and then all the air that is going into the engine is reversed direction, comes through the cabin, comes through the heat muff, enters here, goes through the filter, and then into the engine. So one heat muff serves both purposes. It does not do both at the same time, but there's very rare occasions where you would need both. But this is the system built into the lower cowl. We can take a look at some of the components of it and see how well it works. This has been proven for over 15 years on perhaps 200 Zeniths, and it also works on other adaptations of the Corvair motor. It's a very, very clever, simple system. One of the hallmarks of Corvair flight engines is we have sought out the simplest systems. It is my belief, when everybody talks about reliability being in the equipment, reliability isn't in the equipment. My belief, after 30 years of working in aviation, is simple. The simplest machine that will accomplish the task, operated by the best trained operator, is the most reliable system. High technology, it's great, but if the operator doesn't know it and it's assembled by amateurs, there's a question mark there. The path we always pursue is the simplest methodology operated by the best trained guy. If you take a look at the stuff with carb heat and cabin heat and the systems we've developed, they work as traditional aircraft work. The carb heat and cabin heat are traditional controls that people have in traditional aircraft that they typically flight trained in. And when you take a look at how the system and the mechanical aspect of it works, it's really incredibly simple, which by design we have it that way. It's lightweight, it's less parts, it works in every way in your favor of having a reliable operating machine. Thanks very much for getting a look, and we'll see you out on the flight line.